Well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a floodlight up there on the tree. That's the next project. I got to take that floodlight down, replace it. Well, to do this work, I'm getting some old gear out that I've had for a long time. A Petzl harness. You'll see in a minute why. I've got to go up and get the floodlight off the tree, and it's quite high, and it's on top of a cliff or a ledge, another 35 feet down. So I'm not getting any younger, so I don't need to fall. And what we'll be using is what's called a prusset. And the prusset goes on the rope, the climbing rope, and we'll go down to the rope, and I'll show you it's easier to put it on the rope. And it's just a belay device. It's not a figure eight, it's just a rope. I'll show you in a minute. No. What is this shit? I wanted to show you why I have a rope on. I'm about 50 feet from the parking lot. And if I fell off the ladder, I'd hit the ground first, roll down, hit a ledge, and roll off that. It would hurt. So, might as well be safe than sorry. So here's my rope. And the prusset goes on like this. And the more wraps you have, the more stopping power it has. Oh, I forgot one thing. So it's very important to have some kind of a connector to go on the prusset. And go on your harness. And how this is supposed to work is that you slide this up, but if you fall, it'll grip the rope. The twists around the rope of the prusset will grab the rope and stop you from falling. And then as you go up the rope, you put your hand on the prusset and you go up the rope with the prusset. And then if you have a fall, hopefully the prusset is going to keep you from hitting the ground. So now we got to go up to the light and take it down. I always like to get locking carabiners where you can lock it in and it doesn't release. Right in the sun. Where are we going to put you? I forgot what kind of bolts I put in it. I thought they were Torx heads, but they're not. They're Phillips heads. So I've got to get another bit for the impact driver. Let's try this again. Could have been me. You can see the press, it does a pretty good job. We're going to take this apart. This is the floodlight that I bought from Home Depot. It's a Lithonia lighting, OLF 2RH 40K 120BZ, and it puts out 28 watts. And I put it in 2 years ago, and 2 months after I put it in, it started going off, getting dim, coming back on, going dim again. It just wasn't a good light at all. And I don't know why, because it doesn't look like there's any water getting into it. And it's got a waterproof junction box, connection box underneath. But I've looked at other ones in Home Depot, and they're all plastic. This seems to be pot metal, but anyway, I don't like the plastic ones, so I'm going to make my own using a connection box and some other things, and I'll show you that later. So let's get this wire out of here. Small flat tip. It don't look like I got it. Well equipped. I envy all you flatlanders. Every time you got to get something here, you got to climb a hill. The shop is up on the hill. Let's disconnect. Take this watertight connector apart so I can pull a wire out. There it is. Won't need that again. Put it in the junk pile or junk box. Maybe I can get something off it to use later. I'm using 14.2 wire for power. That's all I really need with these LED lights. They don't take very much wattage, very much amperage. So this is what I've come up with. I have a round connection box, 1/2 inch. It has 4 openings. I've blocked off the top. 2 sides will be where these arms, which have a socket inside and leads coming out. This one for some reason is 12 gauge and this one is 14. What I'll probably do is take these wires out, old wires. They're probably 50 years old. But they have a set screw that holds the socket inside the housing. And of course, as they always do, they use steel in a cast aluminum. And it might be kind of hard to take those screws out, but we'll find out. I got a bonus. The screws came right out, didn't break off. Now let's see if we can get the snake the wires out. Probably be easier to do it to take the knuckle off. They look kind of ragged in here. They're probably okay though. There's the socket. A little dirty. Okay. There's that one. Okay. Oh, that broke off pretty easy. Oh, look at that. Huh. Somebody put some butt connectors on inside the pipe. Why didn't they just redo the wire? Good thing we're doing this. Find that out. Alright, we'll get you back when I got new wires on it. Well, I found out why. There were butt splices here on these wires. These receptacles, where it connects onto the wire, are riveted. So there's no screws or anything like that. So it looks like I'm going to have to go and try to find some of these in a hardware store so I can replace the wires. The wires are pretty bad, pretty old. Anyway, we'll get back to you. Well, so here we go with the floodlight. These sockets have rivets underneath the wire, so you can't take the wire off. So I can't find any more on the internet, so I'm gonna have to buy the complete arm, the holder, to go into the box. So I've ordered it from Amazon. It won't be back until a couple of days. See you then.